Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Behind the Group podcast. I am DJ Keo.
And I am Basil Barrington, and we are back with season number 2, episode number 1 of Foundation. I am super excited. In Sheldon's Shadow,
Mhm.
IMDb gave this a 7.9. It came out yesterday around 10 o'clock, so
Mhm.
it's okay. I mean, what do you think about this episode, man? This joint was a little wild, wasn't it?
Yeah, because they're throwing you back into the mix and they're just
Yeah.
setting you up for what the season's going to be like. So,
Mhm.
we got what is 180, was it 70 years, 180 years?
173, 174 years, like since the start of
Yeah.
the foundation. Wow.
And because of the cloning, like everything seems familiar and space travel where they could be in cryo. So everything seems familiar but different. Like it
Yeah.
feels completely different because like the foundation has a new warden. There it like everything over there is like a little bit more built up. I
Mhm.
honestly I thought foundation would be like a super city by now, 100 years in the future,
Mhm.
almost 200 years in the future.
Yeah.
But they're still in their pod still. Like it's not as built up as I thought it would be. But also to their credit though, they have to lay low. So they have to pretend like everything's good still. To their credit, like they gotta pretend like they're still struggling society in their
Mhm.
pods or whatever. They can't pretend like they're a big giant empire as a few budding empire, if you will,
Right.
which is just fascinating. And the other thing too, 'cause there's I guess three areas here. Because you get the Salvor and Gale, then you have the Empire, and then you have Foundation.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
and then you got Harry.
Harry, uh-huh.
Yeah, Harry's he's in his I don't know what can you call it. He's in his computer.
Oh, this is called
He's a
the Prime Radiant.
but he's inside the cube
Yeah,
that
that's
Gale put
called the
him in.
Prime Radiant. He's inside of it.
Yeah, he's locked. She locked
he's
him in
inside
there.
that joint, Joe.
Okay, he's salty. He came
Yeah.
out like, "Yo, we gotta talk." Like,
Right. He's salty as anything, man. You know, what I think is this, right?
Mhm,
Foundation actually has built up pretty well, right?
mhm,
It built up to the point where it has power to bring
mhm.
other planets along into its system, right? So now the
Yeah, yeah.
foundation is powerful, right? More
Mhm.
powerful than the Empire and Trantor, and they know that,
Mhm.
or at least they're starting to figure that out. And so
Yeah.
things are about to
Yeah,
pop
yeah, for
off.
sure.
Hmm.
Absolutely. I think we're gonna have a big war battle or something's gonna pop up soon,
Mm-hmm.
which is I'm looking forward to because Apple do the bag at this company. This production is pretty good. The
It's, I mean,
Transport looks amazing with the rings on it. Like that looks amazing.
man, the
All
joint
all
is
the
like sick,
visually.
isn't it? It's like
Yeah, visually, this show's stunning.
I mean, it's
There's no
even,
denying.
you would think and I don't think Apple would do something like this. I've never seen that done before with Apple, but when they come out with
Mhm,
season 2s, right? They're just as
mhm.
good as season 1. They don't play around with, like, they don't lax off on the second season.
Yeah, I'm slowly becoming Team Apple right now, so I'm my big toe dipped in, but I
Yeah,
have to say quality's high. Quality's very high.
super high, man. What do you
It's
think
very
about
high. Consistent.
what do you think about Day banging Demoiselle? That was wild, wasn't it?
Yeah, because Dusk was like, "Yo, she changed your diaper, bro. Like, chill
It's like,
out."
he said, "Are you betting, Demoiselle?" Betting, just like,
Yeah,
"Oh, betting? Okay."
yeah, it was with so much contempt when he said it too. Like, it's because the thing is though, the problem with him doing that is that when she gives advice, he's gonna have a emotional response to it rather than just being like flat like he's supposed to be and doing the best thing for Empire,
Mhm.
if you will. Like you're a human, you're gonna have some emotional response. You're gonna want to listen to her, even though she's supposed to be giving you advice that's supposed to be plain, because she's still a robot at the end
Mhm.
of the day.
Yeah.
So, she's doing to do what's the best interest for her and whatever she thinks is going on for a thing. But his emotional response is going to be off because of that. So
Yeah.
I think that's the other reason why the other Klingons are like, hey, bro, like, cut this out. But again, though, she saved his life. So
Mhm.
there's that. So
Yeah.
we have to talk about this assassination thing.
Yeah.
So there's no information. We have no idea who did it, how they
Mhm.
got in there, but they're not as secure as they think they are
No.
because a bunch of stuff had to happen. First, they had to get them into the palace.
Hmm.
undetected, which is hard.
Hmm.
Then you have to disable his aura thing,
Which they
and
did.
then
Yeah. Yeah.
you have to have no guards around them at the time when this thing happened. No
Hmm.
security cameras, nothing. That's a lot to get done for something so far advanced in the future. Like that, that's difficult to pull off. So, and he was right to get rid of the security guy because he's like, yo, either you're
Shadow Master.
incompetent.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, either you're incompetent or
Yeah.
what's the other thing he said?
Or you're in on it, basically.
Yeah, he's in on. Yeah, either
You
you're
know?
incompetent or you're in on it. That's
Right.
it. That's the
Mhm.
end of it. That's a wrap.
He was like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's it.
Yes,
I mean,
Bob.
imagine that. Imagine if that were a thing in real life. Like, you know what? You are not the manager of IT services anymore. Let's
Yes,
make
like
you the web developer. You know, like, oh, like I was demoted. Like, when did it take place? A couple seconds ago. That's
where's my
crazy.
Popeyes with extra fries? Like, yo, like, Brett.
Dude, the people who came in to try to assassinate Day, the angels, man, they had like
Blind.
no eyes, right? Their eyes were
Yeah, like
covered up.
they had a tuft of skin
Yeah.
over their face.
They came and they sliced Demoiselles, they half her head off.
Whew.
That was dope.
They were efficient. They
He
were
was
efficient.
sick.
That was a good fight too.
Yo, that was a good fight. But you know what? Like throughout that entire fight, I'm like, yo, Day, man, he bulked
Day's a
up
problem.
off season. He
Yeah.
bulked up. I'm like, yo, this guy has a trainer because his back was like, I try to get my like when I work out, I work out for like
Mhm.
definition. That's it. I don't care about heavy weights. But to
Yeah, yeah,
get your
yeah.
back cut up like that, you have to do so many different exercises to get all of your back cut up. I'm like, whoa, but he was in there kicking butt even without his nanos, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
So he's missing his nanos and his aura thing, is that the shield or whatever.
Well, he had to
All
take it
this is
off.
bad.
He had to take
Oh
that
yeah, because
off to have
he's
like,
begging.
yeah, he's getting down with
He's betting
Demoiselle.
somebody right
Right.
now.
He's
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 betting.
betting Demoiselle. That's like, you know what? That's such like a sophisticated way of, oh, he's just betting Jimmy, just like, what's going on?
He's
She's
tapping
just
that.
betting Jimmy, or he's just betting Jimmy, whoever's betting. It sounds like he's just wetting. It's just like, well, that's also kind of weird too, right? Just like,
It was pure comedy here. It was
yeah.
good.
But the queen Sarat from the Dominion, right?
Mhm, mhm.
That just I don't understand why he's marrying, why he wants to wed this woman, right? Because she's still not even
'Cause
like sure if she wants to wed him. But
yeah.
it also looks like that the queen from this planet or whatever the Dominion, she knows
Mhm.
that the Empire is vulnerable. Look how she
Oh yeah.
talks to like
She's
the Cleons.
arrogant.
Yeah,
Arrogance.
she
She's
took the
like he's
globe.
like,
She was like, "Take
here's our
this."
planet of Chanter. She's like,
Right.
throw it
Like
away.
this garbage right here, man. We're better than you. And
Yeah.
is it because Cleon wants to have kids, or he thinks he's too so the Empire is so vulnerable that he needs to like now create like relationships with other planets, with other galaxies throughout the galaxy, I should say.
Yeah, like okay, like I don't understand because how does this affect the Cleon dynasty here? Are they gonna still reproduce them, or is your kids gonna be part of this thing now? Like, how does this work? Because you got two competing things here, the systems. If you do the genetic Cleon thing, then the kids are relevant, and then why have them? If you want a queen because it's beneficial, like old times, queen was beneficial
Hmm.
to your empire or whatever, or you bring in money or whatever, help you with the battle, then sure. But she wants kids. Of course, she wants kids because
Hmm.
then she's irrelevant. Then
Right.
once you're part of the system, you just knock her off. You're good to go. Go back to Demoiselle. So like, I don't. These are two competing systems here. That's going to completely affect everything, and it seems like a terrible idea
Yeah.
on his part.
Well, isn't the Cleon dynasty corrupt? It's corrupt now. It's corrupt from the top. There's no pure like empire anymore. There's no pure dynasty. It's corrupt.
Yeah, they don't have a original copy.
Right.
It's the
Mhm.
corrupt copy they're making
It's,
out of now,
yeah, there's so
and
it's like right. It's
they're
crazy.
alluding to that the copies are getting worse. They're
Yeah.
alluding to it.
So they're
So I
corrupt.
mean that makes sense, but like then you got to off the two Cleons here, and then just be like, "Yo, it's just me. Day, it's just Day," because
Yeah.
these guys are trouble for you.
But you know what? Dusk ain't taking no mess. Dusk is like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah,
we
he's
should
like,
go. We should go to war now. Just like, well, dude. Demoiselle is like, no, no, no. Let's not forget. I was just betting with Day, so I do have Dominion here. We're gonna
yeah, yeah.
wait. Let's do the investigation. The other thing about the investigation, he said,
Mhm.
take these. He said, take all this information to the inquisitors. So they
Yeah,
have
so
inquisitors.
they're gonna sit there and go through their minds and figure
Yeah,
out if they're involved or not. That's that's what I'm saying. Like these two guys are liabilities to you if you're gonna go change your system from this to this.
yeah,
You can't have them around at all.
yep.
You have to get rid of them
Wow.
because he already doesn't trust them because you've wrecked the system by bringing this queen in here. Like you completely upended the system, how it works. I'm very fascinated. I want to know like how this was affected by the books because I haven't read them yet. So like I'm kind of interested like how this affected what's going on in the books. Is it different? Like how divergent is it? Is the concept the same? Yeah, I want to do some research about that because this is fascinating to me because like the whole concept of how they're doing it with just the genetic line,
Mhm.
you can't have a queen.
You
That's the
can't.
whole point.
No. That's what the it's so like this book is really interesting. I haven't read it, but I mean,
Mhm,
the concept is it's a sci-fi, right? There's
mhm,
a
mhm.
genetic dynasty, right? And now the
Yes.
genetic dynasty has been corrupted. That is crazy fascinating, isn't it? It's
Yeah, but
ridiculous.
nobody else has to know this though.
Right.
But like it would be honestly, it would be obvious to anybody who's paying attention that oh, they got a queen now.
Yeah.
Are three of them
Something's
got the
up.
queen, or one of
Yeah.
them's got the queen? Like, how does this work?
Yeah, something's up, for real. Um,
Yeah,
if we go to Harry's situation, he's stuck in the prime radiant.
yeah.
He's
Gail put him
stuck in
in
that
there.
joint. Gail, like when
Yeah.
when she said, I trapped him in there, and I was just like, whoa.
Mhm.
So Gail is a lot smarter, mathematically speaking, than Harry, huh?
Mhm. It seems
Apparently.
like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it seems like it because he took for like half the show to figure out how he was in there. But like, how long
mhm.
did she trap him in there for 100 years? Like, she's before the cryo, right? She trapped him in there.
She said she trapped him in when she got out of cryo sleep.
Oh, no, right. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
right after she got out. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Mhm.
So yeah, I'll be mad too if I was programmed. Like, bro, what the hell?
I'll be like, you know what?
You mime in there.
Sure, I'm like, help me. But he figured it out because, he's a mathematician, he's a
Yeah,
genius,
he
he figured
popped
it
out
out.
like, yo, this is some
Mhm.
BS, right?
3D, four dimensional, the whole nine. He figured it out,
Mhm,
which was really fascinating just for him to talk it through
mhm,
um with what's the woman's name? Sally,
mhm.
yeah. Yeah, so it's very
Something like that.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's this whole thing is fascinating because now the vault was activated, but nothing came out the
Mhm.
vault. What do you think that's
Yeah,
all
because
about?
there's 2 different Harrys, right? There's the one in the Prime thing and the
Yeah,
Harry at the vault.
we know it's
Because
two.
yeah, which is wild. So,
Wow.
like so I think that ooh, I don't know, maybe there might be another war, but the war is gonna be different now because the Empire knows about the spaceship, and he knows about the insurrection thing that happened.
Yeah.
So, now that they found out 100 years later, they found out about it,
Mhm.
almost 200 years later. So I think that they probably have a fleet of those ships now.
Yeah,
They
they
have
said
to over
they
100 years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They said they wanted to, like all like get together, take the
Hmm.
Invictus and then possibly maybe even build more. You know what?
Hmm.
The way they were talking about, the way the empires were talking about, the Cleons were
Hmm.
talking about the Invictus. It's almost like they were talking about it like they didn't create the Invictus. I thought like the Empire
Hmm.
created the Invictus.
No, it's probably before their time because it is before because
Mm.
the way space travel is like the space travel they got to go into cryo and the spacers got to help them do it. But the Invictus is like folding space or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
people
a harder
die when they
version of
jump.
that. Yeah, they gotta be in the
you know,
pods when they jump, so
right? Like
it's a
literally, boom,
problem.
plugged up.
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah, so
know,
it's a rougher version,
boom. Yeah, that's crazy, man. So
but if you think about it, right, it's like having like a Tesla with the self-driving car versus somebody that can move around the car themselves.
Yeah,
You can rely on the computer can do it precise, but that human element of the chance or surprise, you can do things you're not supposed to.
yeah.
That's a huge part of battle right there. And if they have a fleet of these ships that can move around and do things they're not supposed to be thinking of, that's a huge problem.
It's a huge
Empire is in
problem, man.
trouble.
And because the Invictus is a planet killer, you know? It's a
Yes,
planet killer.
yeah.
And if they have 3 or 4 or 5, and it's a jump ship, it can go from here to there, whatever, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, they're
Yeah,
they're in when the
that's a
battle
heap of
does
trouble.
happen, it's gonna be awesome, man. I mean, I can just imagine the space
Mhm.
battle, like what Apple's gonna do with this battle. It's just gonna be off the chain, man.
Alright, it's gonna be interesting.
They're going to go to war
Yeah,
with
yeah.
themselves first. Before, first and foremost, they have to go to war with themselves and the scar, because all that stuff is happening in the scar, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think Foundation is gonna have adversaries
Yeah.
that's separate from the Empire.
Yep.
I think Empire is gonna be battling other things too. This thing's gonna be pop up because you saw the timeline
Hmm.
for that Gale showed. There's a lot of stuff happening there, and it seems like problem after problem, which is real life though.
Yeah.
Because real life, you just have nothing but problems. It's not smooth. So I think the odds are they're gonna have like a chief adversary, and it's probably one of these magician things they're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I
We'll
don't know
see,
enough
man.
about the lore, so we'll see though.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, man. What are you giving this episode? Episode number 1, season 2, episode number 1, in Seldon's Shadow. What are you giving this? What are you rating this
I
episode?
I give it an 8, but like I think that this is a setup episode, like getting you
Yeah.
ready for what's going to come during the season. So like
Hmm.
it's not as amazing as it could be,
Yeah.
but it's supposed to be just preparing you for the future. And there's very good storylines that are happening here. So I hope this is bang 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 for the full season. And I liked it though. I like Foundation. I love space, and this is all good stuff here. I liked everything.
Yeah. I'm also going to give it an 8. They gave us 4 storylines. They put it together
Mhm.
really well. Like you said, this is a setup. This is what's going to happen moving forward. They only released 1
Mhm.
episode to us, not 2, which is kind of
Yeah,
interesting,
yeah,
but
yeah. I
it's
think that's
still
the new
good.
season. New shows get 2 episodes, and everything
Yeah.
else is
Mhm.
one.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed this. I had been looking forward to this. I had watched the first season and just finished last week,
Mhm.
so I'm like all bubbled up on Foundation. So I'm giving it an 8.
Mhm.
Keo gave it an 8. This is a great show. Go check it out. It's available right now on Apple TV Plus.
Mhm.
Well, there you have it. Thanks for checking out another episode of the Behind the Groove podcast. I am Basil Barrington.
I am DJ Keo.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And until next time, peace.
All right.